Well, hey, y'all. I hope you're doing well. Grab your libations, get you some nice hot piping tea, get yourself comfy, grab a snack, relax, and let's sit down and have a little chit chat. Hi, you guys. Welcome back. I'm back. I'm back. In today's video, we are going to talk about some content that has pissed me off mostly throughout all of last year going into this year. Now, going back to my last video that I talked about bad content, yeah, we're going to be talking about content that pissed me off. But first, as you guys know, we're going to talk about our tea. Today, we got our lemon ginger tea. Again, going through the process of weight loss, getting my detox in and whatnot, trying to keep a calm and mellow tone and mellow space. But, yeah. Which is kind of interesting considering the topic of today's video. But, you know, it is what it is. So, there's that. First things first, I apologize for being off for the last week. Time kind of went by as I was trying to basically figure out what the fuck I wanted to do, what ultimately was just trying to be more clear of my goals and what I wanted to do for this year, and actually go through with them and actually execute an attainable plan to get all of that done. While at the same time, I've also am in the midst of developing a new video that's going to be more of an analysis of a 90s cartoon show that I'm pretty sure most of you already know. So yes, it will be my very first time ever doing a video like that. So I definitely want to approach that video with a lot of care and research. So that video is going to be coming up later. But for now, we're going to talk about some shit that I genuinely don't really care enough to actually put too much thought into it because I have too many thoughts about it. And that's Real Housewives. I honestly was going to put this whole idea off, honestly, because I was scared and insecure over talking about this because of the toxic fandom of Bravo and the Housewives. And I ain't got time for all of them to be coming up flooding my comment section, trying to come at me and dictate what I do on my channel and all that other stuff. I'm gonna leave that for the experts. This is just a one-off thing that I'm doing just this one time. If I decide to do Housewives reviews like I did with Star back in the day, I'm gonna have to take some serious consideration into doing that. But for now, this is just gonna be a one-off me expressing my thoughts and opinions on a lot of the Housewives seasons that I've been watching throughout last year and into this year. So I'm going to start off with the first franchise that I have the least opinions about, and then we'll move forward with the ones that I have the most opinions on. The first one that I have the least opinions on is Real Housewives of OC. Real Housewives of OC, count your fucking days. You bitches, I don't like y'all. It is disgusting how y'all, once again, allowed another woman of color to get ran off the show like that. First of all, let me just get on the whole thing with how y'all just did Katie like that. It's an interesting yet frustrating thing that I've noticed, where a lot of these housewives tend to, and I've noticed this trend a lot with the recent seasons, especially last year, especially within the last 2 years, where there will be a new housewife or a housewife that has been on the show for a hot minute, maybe a season or two, and they go through this weird hazing phase where they to where it becomes more than just bullying. Or excuse me, it becomes more than just hazing. It becomes it becomes straight up gang ups and bullying, and it ultimately doesn't make the show fun anymore. Sorry about that. Again, living with other people is a bitch, but we move. Yeah, it's like this constant trend where all of these housewives literally end up like just going through these hazing periods that ultimately ends up becoming just straight up bullying. We've seen it on Atlanta with Drew and Angela. We've seen it on Beverly Hills with Garcelle and Sutton. We've seen it on Salt Lake City with Lisa and Meredith. And at one point, I think Bronwyn. We've seen it with goddamn, as I'm talking about, OC with Katie. Like, those women are disgusting. And I'm going to go down the list of all of them right quick, because at the end of the day, I got thoughts on all of them. Okay? Shannon. We was rooting for you all last season when it came to Alexis and John messing with you and extorting you and all of that. It's disappointing how you have fallen completely off of grace by just becoming a Karen and a complete op. And it just makes us realize how dumb you actually are and how you are the original crash out queen. Because I even hate using that term, but yes, that is the perfect term to use to describe you, Miss Ma'am. And the way how you literally blew up and just switched up on Katie the way that you did, all because she was talking about the situation with other people behind your back. Okay, you could have pulled her to the side and had the conversation about that and just moved right on along with it. But for you to blow up on her and call her the worst person, to call her the worse than Alexis, and then the way how you was mean and smug to her the entire time, okay, I see how you are. Gina, you and your bad posture and bad fashions, Gina, you are a racist, noseless mother with bad shoes and bad fashions and a bad posture. You walking around here like, girl, hunchback. You really got on my nerves because you was the one who was the chosen housewife who brought in Katie just for you to switch up on her and set her up to go and get kicked off and all this other stuff. And you think that we didn't clock you on that racist comment that you made about them Asian clothes? Girl, you wrong as shit for that. You wrong as shit for that. And that fake ass apology that you gave to her at the reunion, girl, if I was Katie, I would have been like, girl, fuck you. You knew what you meant, and you meant what you said. I don't give a fuck how you feel in regards to anything, because at the end of the day, I wasn't the one who called you racist. The internet called you racist. So if you're going to be mad at somebody, get mad at them because they're the ones who called you racist, not Katie. But the fact that you want to sit here and get upset with Katie for those allegations when she wasn't even the one who said that shit, it was the internet, us, that was calling you that, girl, bye. Tamra, at this point, with the way how everybody sucks on that show, you were the hidden MVP and the unexpected MVP of that reunion. And I was frustrated with you through all of it because it's annoying how everybody was giving Gretchen so much grace when it came to those homophobic and transphobic post likes and retweets and reposts that was like decades old. even long before AI even became a thing. So she can't even lie and say that it was that, just for the bitch to say that she hired some sort of cyber analyst to get all of the data to bring back, and she failed to bring all of that up. And you want to sit here and expect for me to give your ass grace? And then Andy, I'm disappointed in you, bitch, because you literally was supposed... I felt like you disappointed the entire LGBT community, because you literally... that was your chance. That was your chance to go on ahead and actually stand on fucking business and hold that bitch accountable. And see, this is another reason why you should no longer host the reunions, because clearly we can tell you don't give a shit anymore. But also the fact that you as a gay man did not stand on business and hold that bitch accountable and literally like keep your foot on her neck like you were supposed to, for the culture, for the community. But going back to Tamara, you the MVP, and I felt you on that reunion. And I hate that they gaslit you into believing that you were the victim and the villain in that situation, when we all know you wasn't. We all know you wasn't. So it is what it is. I ain't got much for Heather because I don't really see it for her, nor do I give a shit. You know, all I can say for Heather is, girl, get your ass on Beverly Hills and stop playing with us. And last and definitely least, the ham hock bastard. The in-laws' favorite big back. The 12-chin quarter pounder. Oh yeah, I'm getting nasty. I'm getting nasty. I'm getting disrespectful. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck, because these women are disgusting. The Real Housewives of OC is literally catered to the racist MAGAs of this country. And I said it. Yep, I'm getting nasty. I'm getting disrespectful. Yep, I said it, because that's how I feel. The way how y'all kicked, this is the way how y'all literally just kicked the second, woman of color on that franchise, to the point where y'all literally kicked her out mid-season, fucked up her paycheck to the point where now she missed out on a huge portion of her check for that season because y'all felt uncomfortable with filming with her because she was talking to bloggers, as if all you bitches wasn't doing that. Emily, let me tell your big size ass something. You can go straight on to hell. You can go straight on to hell because you are the worst of them all. You are the least interesting of them all, because how dare you come on camera and be the main one to drive that shit home to send Katie packing. First of all, who the fuck are you to kick her out of your house like that? Baby, if I was Katie after she kicked me out like that, bitch, I would have... Katie, you better than me. And you different than me, because, baby, had they set me up on that damn bullshit ass lie detector test, and then had the audacity to tell me to get out of her house, I'll be like, gladly. And in the midst of that, I will be destroying everything on my way out. I will destroy every heirloom that bitch got in her house. I would have threw a rock at that goddamn... I would have threw rocks at her house. Threw rocks at her house. Are you kidding me? You gonna set me up and then tell me to get out your house? Okay, bitch. And in the midst of it, I'm gonna fuck up your house on my way out. How about that? I'm gonna fuck your whole house up on my way out. How about that? How about that? Retaliation, tit for tat. You wanna kick me out? Gladly. Boom! Boom! Just destroy her whole house. Just destroy your whole house in the midst of it. Or should I even call it your house, since we all know it was funded by your in-laws? I fucking hate her. Katie, you will be missed. I hate that you got fired. And Bravo and Alex Baskin can go straight to hell for all of that. But I hope that you learn a valuable lesson to not talk to bloggers, to not befriend any bloggers. Don't trust people too quickly and easily. And not everybody is your friend, nor do they have your best interest at heart. Okay? Okay. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you are good. And I hope to see you again on our TV screens one day. And going back to that big bad bastard, Emily, I don't like you because of how you performed at the reunion. Because, bitch, how you gonna sit here and come at Katie for... You know what? I spent too much time on OC, and we're going to move right on along from OC and talk about Potomac next, because Potomac pissed me off. Nope, actually, I'm going to say Potomac for last and go straight to Salt Lake City, because they just aired the first part the other night, and I have thoughts about that. So we're going to move right on along to Potomac. And Jen, fuck you, fake bitch. This tea is so good, y'all. Y'all really need to get into it. But yes, we're getting into OC next. Or excuse me, Salt Lake City next. At this point, y'all might as well call Real Housewives of Salt Lake City the Meredith and Lisa show, because that's literally what everybody is clearly obsessed over. They are obsessed with those two. They have been ganging up on those two for the longest, because they either have a lot of shit that they don't got going on, or they got a lot of shit that they do got going on, but don't want to talk about it. Because let's be clear, going down the list, Heather, you are the worst of them all. You are the biggest producer's puppet I have ever seen, because you have the nerve and the audacity to try to sit here and constantly attack Meredith and Lisa for what reason? What is your reason? What is your reason? You come on here and you're overproducing the show. You're the main one that's literally driving everybody to ostracize this bitch and this bastard for reasons. Because you have nothing else going on. You have let season 4 gas you up so much to the point where that is literally your only lifeline and catchphrase that is keeping you afloat. That is keeping you afloat. And it is annoying as shit. Like, even at the reunion, when Andy literally brought that up when you guys were overlooking the entire season, from the first season to now, he brought that shit up. And I'm sitting here like, why are you bringing this up? Because that's the whole reason why Heather's ego is all the way up here. Like, stop enabling her. Stop enabling her. Because what storyline do you have, Heather? What storyline do you have? No one read your book because we don't give a fuck. Your girls are going off to college or moving out, so you're going to be an empty nester with all this fucking money that you sitting up here acting like that you didn't have when you... Girl, you grew up on money. You married into money. And you have the audacity to go on stage talking about some, if it wasn't for this show, if it wasn't for this show, and if it wasn't for you, Andy, I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't know what to do. I don't know how much I can handle it. I don't know how much more I can take. I don't know how much more I can take this. Like, it's like I've worked so hard to get to where I am in my life, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know what to do. You know, I really tried. You know, I'm so mad. I don't know what to do. I want to hit something. I want to hit it hard. Now we're just waiting on goddamn Whitney to go in and volunteer Brittany over to just say, hit her. Go ahead, Heather, slap her. I was waiting for that. Because that's what I was thinking the whole time that I was watching that scene. It was like I was watching a scene. It was like I was watching a scene from Steel Magnolias. Like, what the fuck, Heather? Like, bitch, you have money. Like, stop. 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 And speaking of Whitney, you are the Ashley Darby of fucking Salt Lake City, because how dare you come up here with your drunk ass and call Meredith every single pill-popping, drug-dealing alcoholic in the book when everybody and their mama at BravoCon was, even Andy literally had to come pick your ass up off the floor because your ass was so drunk that you damn near hauled production to the point where they had to stop production a few times and take multiple takes just so that they could get the scene that they needed for the Watch What Happens live show on BravoCon because of you. And you got the nerve to call Meredith every pill-popping drug addict and alcoholic in the book. Like, girl, that's the pot calling the kettle black. That's the pot calling the kettle black. And it was annoying as shit that the both of y'all constantly try to bring up this whole situation of Meredith attacking, allegedly, Brittany on that damn plane. And it's just like, that's how we know y'all hoes ain't got shit else to talk about, because that's the only thing that y'all keep bringing up. And it's like, where are the receipts? Where's the footage? Where's the TMZ footage from the passengers of that shit? We have yet to see it. So it's just like the fact that y'all keep bringing it up and using it against her. Okay, let's just say she were to own up to that shit. Okay, then what? Then what? Then what? Y'all still ain't gonna have shit else to fucking talk about. What's the end game of y'all gaining that? What would be the end game if Meredith were to hold herself accountable to something that she allegedly did? Then what? Then what? Y'all still ain't got storylines. Whitney, you still broke and want to be a fucking stripper. So, bitch, be a fucking stripper. Go fucking teach some pole dancing classes. Since we know that's how you got your man. What's your husband do for work? Heather, what are you doing? Like, I'm so sick of both of y'all. Like, I cannot. Bronwyn, you are going to learn the hard way that these bitches really are not your friends. Heather, don't see it for you. And ultimately, I already see you for your works, that you're over here trying to, fall in line with the cool girls just to get the attention off of you and your criminal charges. And I'm here to tell you right now, sweetheart, when they have nothing else left to talk about, and when they get bored and tired of going after Meredith and Lisa, it's only a matter of time before they come for you. It's only a matter of time before they come for you, sis. So don't get too comfortable, because Heather still don't like you. Heather still don't see it for you. And there was a point where they was on your ass about them charges when you was late to that damn yacht trip when y'all was down and below deck. So not too much from you, sis. Not too much, because you want to sit here and try to be a girl's girl and warn Meredith about accusations that alludes to Seth cheating on her because you saw him with another woman. Meanwhile, your fat, ugly ass husband is sitting up here cheating on you up, down, left, right, north, east, south, and motherfucking west, passing gas in the midst of it. And you got the nerve to try to call out and make accusations and insinuations on Meredith and her marriage when you got your own shit going on at home. Now, I was with you when it came to your fucked up relationship with your trifling ass mama, who is going to hell, by the way. But beyond that, girl, miss me with that. You a bandwagon follower. You a bandwagon follower whose day is coming. Your day is coming where they're gonna come at you next. You can sit up and be comfortable with the cool girls all you want, but girl, your day is coming. They gonna come for you next, girl. They coming. So not too much. Don't get too comfortable, sis. Don't get too comfortable. Mary, you mean funky and nasty. You mean funky and nasty. To sit up there on that stage and talk about those women did not include you. Girl, stop lying. Sitting up here saying that we're hoping for positivity and that everybody just be honest and accountable. Well, girl, how about you follow your own advice? Because you've been mean, funky, and nasty to everybody since season 1. You isolated yourself. You isolated yourself from everybody. You was being mean, funky, and nasty because I haven't forgotten how you acted when you first came back on the show as a friend of, in what, season 4, when Monica was on there? You was at your worst. You didn't want shit to do with anybody. You didn't want to do shit. You was in that Sprinter van eating McDonald's while everybody else was having fun and minding their business. Trying to involve you in shit, and you was like, no, I don't want to. Making all sorts of mean comments and disgusting, commentary, and making slick-ass comments behind everybody's backs and to their faces. And it's so frustrating that everybody just seems to be so damn scared of you. And it's like, bruh, Mary is not a reader like that. Mary will not bust a grape in a fruit fight in a Welch's backyard. Like, Mary is not all that. Just because she's the only cookie in the chocolate chip cookie in the cookie jar does not mean that she's exempt from approach. Does not mean that she's exempt from getting cussed the fuck, cleaned the fuck out like everybody else. I don't know why the fuck y'all scared of her. The fuck is she gonna do? Read y'all? Yell at y'all? Bitch, you better read and yell at her ass the fuck back. Cause if it was Atlanta or Jersey or Potomac, baby, they would have ran Mary ass off the show. They would have ran her skinny ass off the show. They would have ran her bony ass off the show. So, girl, if y'all don't stand the fuck up and put that bitch in her goddamn place, if y'all don't stand the fuck up and put that girl in her place and tell her, bitch, who the fuck is you talking to? Who you calling inbred? Who you calling boring? When I was the one who was literally the only one that had your goddamn back when these bitches was on your neck throughout all of season 2, and I was the only one that had your back when it came to all of them siding with that anteater looking ass bitch Jenny with her racist ass when she assaulted you with the glass. And you didn't show up at the reunion and everybody was on that fucking bitch side. And yet I was the only one that stood up for you, and you gonna sit up here 2, 3, 4 seasons later and call me fucking boring and uninteresting? When I was the only one who had your goddamn back, bitch? Fuck you. Fuck you. You need to follow your own damn advice and go on ahead and start taking accountability and be honest. If you don't fuck with these women, why the fuck are you still on this show? Because you like the money. Because you like the money. Because you like the fame. You like the fame. And that's why you came back. The Bravo checks and the fame that comes with being a housewife got into your head. And you like that shit. And you want more of it. Just like all of y'all. All of y'all are there for the fame and the Bravo checks. That's all that it is. That's all it is. the damn check and the fame. So, Mary, do better. Do fucking better. Angie, this better be the last time that we hear about you being Greek. Because we're tired. And we're annoyed. And I hope that you're mentally okay, because it's a bit alarming to know that you have fought to be on this show for so many years, and you just, it's almost like that this show is like your only identity, or that you're basing your whole identity on this show. And I just hope that you're okay, because I like you. I like you. I like Lisa. I like Meredith. I like Mary. And I like Bronwyn. Despite everything that I said, I still like those women. It's Heather and Whitney who I just don't see it for. But I still like the rest of y'all. But yeah, Angie, I'm gonna need for you to get it together, because this show should not be your only identity. It should not. 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 Speaking of Meredith, I think it's best if you just leave the show. And that's just my honest opinion. I feel like it's best if you just leave the show, or at the very least, just take a break for a season so that you can spend time with your family in New York. And then when you're ready, you can go on ahead and come back. Because, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. Because it's clear that these women don't see it for you. These women are jealous of you. These women are coming for you. And these women don't really respect you, and they're clearly not your friends. They're clearly not. So, and then you haven't really had a storyline for the last 2 seasons. So yeah, I think if you come back next season, I'm at a point where it's like with Meredith, I can do with or without her. And yeah, that's that on that. So I want Meredith to either just leave the show completely, or just move, like just take a break for a season or 2 and then come back. And then Lisa, I'm back and forth with Lisa. Sometimes I fuck with her and sometimes I don't. And this is one of those instances where I'm on Lisa's side when it comes to certain things. For one, Lisa, you didn't have to lie. You was talking shit about Bronwyn's husband. You was. Take that L. You was. Don't lie. It's okay. Because we don't blame you, because we don't like the bitch. So we can talk all the shit we want, because he's a misogynistic asshole anyway. So yeah, just take the L. It's okay. It's okay. But for the most part, just like Meredith, these bitches are jealous of you. You ate that one read when it came to them living off of your wins. You ate that one. You ate that one read. I will give you that. You ate that one up. But yeah, I feel like with Meredith, you might need to go ahead and take a break for a season and then come back. And yeah. Am I forgetting somebody? Yes, I am. So, yeah, that's pretty much how I feel in regards to Salt Lake City. Overall, the season was the season was a dud. The season was a dud mostly because it was just a lot of yelling and screaming and arguing and embarrassing kickouts. Like, this is the most that I have seen a group of housewives get kicked out of a lot of nice places because y'all don't know how to fucking act in public. And the fact that none of y'all find that embarrassing is quite alarming. But, you know, hey, hopefully y'all will get it together by next season, but I don't really have a whole lot of hopes in regards to that. So yeah, that part. Now I'm saving these colorist bitches for last because I have a lot of thoughts about this franchise, because this franchise right here, these heifers, they've been pissing me off for the longest, and this is probably where I have the most thoughts. And I'm going to go down the line as quickly as I can because it's getting late. But yeah, I have a lot of thoughts in regards to these bitches here. For starters, they should change the name from Real Housewives of Potomac to Real Housewives to the Real Housewives of Stacey, because that's literally been the theme of this whole season. It's like, watching this season, it's like everybody hates Stacey, because that's literally all it is. That's literally all it is. A bunch of hating, miserable, broke bitches hating on Stacey because she's quirky, she's different. Yes, she's a liar, but at the end of the day, she's a likable liar who's captivating and endearing and has like a nuance that's very like intriguing and likable and approachable. And y'all's hate, and this is the thing that kills me when it comes to just people in general, when it comes to people spreading negativity and hate on people who they don't like. I don't understand why people constantly want to give so much attention to people who they consider them to be their ops. If you consider somebody to be an op, why are you giving them that much camera time? Why are you giving them this much hate? Why are you giving somebody who you don't like this much attention? You're only making them more relevant, stupid. Why would you want to do that? That doesn't make any sense. That's the most backwards thing that you could ever do. And the fact that these women are constantly on this woman's neck over bullshit. Y'all are only making Stacey more relevant. And it's like, y'all don't even see that. Y'all don't even see that. Do I think Stacey is a liar? Yes. But are her lies hurting anybody? No. They're only hurting her and her reputation. So it's just like, bitch, why do y'all care? Why do y'all care? Because y'all jealous. That's what it is. Y'all jealous. Y'all jealous. You colorist bitches are jealous. Y'all are hateful and miserable that this young lady came into y'all's turf and made it her bitch. Y'all mad that Stacey came into y'all turf and made it her bitch. Effortlessly, without even trying. And y'all are mad. Y'all are mad. And y'all are going to stay mad because Stacey isn't going anywhere. Andy likes her. Bravo likes her. NBC likes her. Andy literally said it himself that she was one of their best casting choices. And he's not wrong. He is not wrong. She's one of the best things to ever happen to Bravo and Potomac. If anything, y'all should be thanking her because she's the one who's making all of y'all relevant. She should have a t-shirt that says, I made you bitches relevant. Because that's the truth. That's the truth. That is the truth. So it is what it is with Stacy. So yeah, in my household, she's the true supreme. She's the true supreme of this new era of Potomac. She is the true supreme. Okay, Karen will still be the grand dame, but Stacy is the true supreme of this new era of Potomac. And you're not going to convince me otherwise. You're not going to convince me otherwise. And I don't give a damn what any of y'all have to say about that. Giselle, you are going to hell. Giselle, you are going to hell, period. And I'm going to leave it at that. Because there is nothing that I could say about you that has not already been said about you, other than the fact that you're simply just going to hell. So that's that on that. You're going to hell in full gasoline draws, going 300 miles per hour in a cold, empty bed, scissoring with Robin Dixon somewhere in Maryland. Because that's the other thing. Y'all bitches don't even live in Potomac, but we'll get to that point when we get to Angel. Ashy forehead Darby. You miserable tent residing, code switching, four-headed bastard. Let me tell you something. You two are going to hell, first of all. Second of all, Candace said it best in her interview. I don't understand how you could literally... This whole scandal with you and Sharice's son reaffirms everything that we just need to know about you. Like, there's nothing more that we could say about that situation that has not already been said. You're going to go and have alleged sexual relations with somebody who you've watched growing up as a kid. Clearly, in the midst of you doing whatever it is that you did you ever stop to think, okay, this is fucking weird. Maybe we should just stop while we're ahead and just... Let's just keep things platonic and just go our separate ways. And if we were to bump into each other, hi, how you doing? You look nice, have kids, what's up? The fact that you, for one, we've already established that you're nobody's friend. So if anybody chooses to fuck with you, despite that you have unapologetically made it known that you are nobody's friend and that you're not really trustworthy to anybody, that's really more on them than it is on you. But at the same time, you are just so unlikable, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating that we have to sit here for the 10th season and watch your forehead on our screens. It's frustrating that we have to see you constantly call Stacy a liar when you have lied on everybody on this entire cast since season 1. And your lies have actually hurt people and damn near tried to ruin and destroy people's lives, reputations, jobs, marriages, and everything. Going back to Giselle, how dare you come out your mouth and say that Stacy shouldn't be trusted with husbands and children when you are literally co-signing with a whole life predator who was married to an ass-grabbing predator who is out here fucking y'all best friend's son, allegedly. But Stacy's the one who shouldn't be trusted around children and husbands. Again, both of y'all go to hell. Literally, both of y'all can go straight to hell. And that's just what it is. Abraham Oliver. It sucks that this has to be your best season, Wendy, because you literally had an amazing season, and then you just started clicking down. You started clicking down to the point where you're now starting to become an op yourself, because you're sitting up here kikiing the cockeying with my neck, my ankles, my dwindling uterus in my fucking barnyard over here, talking about Angel and her situation with her eviction, trying to lie on her by putting that damn realtor on blast, basically saying that she owed her money, and try to get her to sell a place for what, $2,000, or try to like get a deal off of some house or whatever. And my whole thing is, first of all, why the hell are you gonna air that lady out like that? Like, you are costing that lady so much money from her business, because that is both unprofessional and illegal as fuck for y'all to be having that conversation. But you know, the irony of that with Wendy is not lost on me. But yeah, like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting that you would literally have that kind of opinion on Angel. And I get it. You and Angel don't see it for each other. But for it to get that deep, it's just like, for fucking what? For fucking what? Angel is your op. So it's just like, pay her dust. Why do you give a fuck about her information on what on the situation that was shared with you on the realtor? What the fuck do you care? Why do you care? You literally have bigger fish to fry. You got a whole lot of federal charges on your ass, and you sitting up here worrying about Angel and her eviction. It is so frustrating, Wendy, that you literally will go on here and side with the same bitches who literally was laughing at you for being physically assaulted on national fucking television by Father Time, who has yet to still owe you an actual apology for that shit, and literally said out of their mouth that they don't care that you got assaulted and that you deserved it, basically. These the same bitches who you kitty clicking and kikiing and cockeying with. And these are the same bitches who at their tacky ass house wouldn't even let you in their house for you to go pee at. But you filming with these bitches. You siding with these bitches. You co-signing with these bitches. All right, Wendy. Okay, Wendy. You sitting up here laying in bed with the devil. Baby, you gonna end up in some fucked up situations that's gonna be out of your control. Get it together. Get it together. Yeah. Kiana. How many more times does a man have to tell you that he doesn't like you? How many more times does the man has to tell you that he don't want you? How many more times? How many more times? That should be the title of your storyline. How many more times does the man have to tell you that he doesn't want you? It's giving desperado, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's giving desperado, and I don't like it. Just like how I don't like your mean, funky, aggressive ass attitude towards Wendy and Stacy, particularly Stacy, because of the simple fact that we never really got down to what exactly is your issue with Stacy. Like, what the fuck is your issue with Stacy? Because you never had one. And it's so frustrating that everybody keeps trying to come at Stacey about her and Chris. And it's like, hey, don't nobody give a fuck, because they're two consensual adults who are single and are not even married. She doesn't know Monique, nor does she owe Monique shit. And we're going to get on Monique ass in a minute, because I got some shit about her. But yeah, Stacey don't owe Monique shit. And the fact that you, of all people, was trying so hard to get them to the fight because of your issue, and then you want to go and run around and run your mouth to fucking cookie ass to try to, get her to get on the bullshit just for Cookie to go and call Chris to say that Stacey was out here talking shit about him. That's why it pisses me off that every single time they bring that shit up about Stacey and Chris, that nobody's putting two and two together, that the main culprits of how that shit even came to be and why that shit was even a thing is because of you and fucking Cookie, K. You and Cookie are the reason that whole fucking rumor is even a fucking thing. Meanwhile, you over here begging for a man that don't want you to marry you, and all he could give you is a fucking picture frame. While you over here coming at Stacey with your eyebrows widen up all the way up to your forehead, with your looking like Ace Ventura, talking about my life, my condo, my business, my things, my fucking platform. Girl, calm the fuck down and lower your eyebrows. You're looking like Ace Ventura with that shit. Calm down. It ain't that damn serious. Why are you mad? I feel like production made a mistake making you a housewife. And you want to know what I really think? I think the real reason why production gave Kay her flute is so that they could dodge another lawsuit. Because if you remember, when she bopped the Mario coins off of Sesame Street's head that night, that was during the same time that Bravo was trying to beat out the colorism allegations that they were already under from the two seasons prior. And with Kay getting in that fight, they couldn't afford another lawsuit. So they decided to go on ahead and give Kay her flute as a form of justice for her and to keep her mouth shut so that she can feel like, okay, this is a nice way of paying me back for that little scar on my forehead. Thank you, Bravo. Because I promise you, if that fight didn't happen, Kay would still be a friend of the show. Because if we're also going to be honest, if for those of y'all who watched season 8, Kay literally was a dud on that season too. When she first was introduced as a friend of, she was just as lackluster then as she is now. The only reason why we even tolerated her was because she was a breath of fresh air to us, because the cast sucked. Now clock that. So yeah, Kay needs to get it together, or her ass ain't gonna be here no more. Fucking around being mean, funky, nasty, and aggressive, and everybody trying to save her flute instead of worrying about loving herself and stop chasing the man that don't want her. And the only thing that he can give her for a goddamn love and affection is a picture frame. Boy, get the fuck out of here with your ashy ass, buck-tooth, dread ass. Anyway, moving on. Angel, I didn't see it for you in the beginning. I was with everybody else and I didn't see it for you in the beginning. But honestly, I want you back next season. I just need for you to really step it up this season and really step it up for this reunion. I really hope, Angel, that you really prove yourself worthy at this reunion and literally get these bitches back for giving you so much hell, because you did not deserve that. And it's so frustrating that those bitches literally want to complain about the whole Colorado trip and how busted down and broke down it was, and keep comparing it to Nevis. Giselle, let's be clear, that was the one trip that you hosted that wasn't even yours. Like, we all know you did not come out of pocket for that trip, because we all know you couldn't afford to have a trip to even afford that, because girl, look at your house. We know you couldn't afford that trip because look at your house. Look at your house. That shit is a barnyard. Your house is literally that barnyard. That sad excuse of a house is that sad excuse of a barnyard. Girl, bless me. Oh. Bless me again. It pisses me off that these miserable hoes are sitting here talking shit about your house, Angel, when you probably got one of the best houses on the cast. Because your house is beautiful. Your house is gorgeous. Amazing. It's beautiful. I'll be damned before I let my neck, my ankles, my dwindling uterus, and my barnyard sit up here and try to read me on anything when Giselle, your house looks like the set of Out of the Box on Disney. You are not allowed. In the words of T.S. Madison, you are not allowed. You are not allowed. You are not allowed. If you didn't like the conditions in the Airbnb that she had you, bitch, you should have left. You should have left. You should have took your ass on and left. But you didn't. You didn't. You sat up there with your twisted allergies. You sat up there with your twisted loose lips and your miserable ass and try to talk shit about Angels and her trip, talk about that it's whack. Well, girl, if you think it's whack, you in Colorado. Go find you someplace else to go live in. Oh, wait, you can't, because Bravo has to make sure that they find some place for you to stay at. And if they can't, then you will have to stay in that Airbnb. So y'all just gonna have to sit in that motherfucker and just run whole baths and deal with it. Because at the end of the day, bitch, if we gonna bring up Nevis, girl, Nevis wasn't really all that, because you was treating everybody like shit there too. You was dogpiling on Stacy and Angel throughout that whole entire trip. So that trip wasn't really all that for everybody neither. You just keep comparing it because it was the first expensive, luxurious trip that Potomac has had in a while. Like, stop playing with me. Like, get off of Angel. Y'all are clearly sabotaging the girl. And it's annoying. It's annoying as hell. And I need it to stop. So, Angel, I hope you crash out on these bitches and really give them the blues at this reunion. I really hope you do. When it comes to Tia, even though I still think she's bandwagoning with everybody on the hate Stacy train, I do understand her grievances with Stacy, and I feel like she is the only one in the entire group that actually has a real legitimate reason to have an issue with Stacy. So I can be man enough to admit that, okay, I understand where Tia is coming from with her issue with Stacy, and she does have a legitimate issue with her. But I also, at the same time, still thinks that she is falling in line with everybody on hating Stacy, because what the fuck did you have to bring up Chris for? What the fuck did you have to bring up Chris for? Bless me. What the fuck did you have to bring up Chris for? Like, that was weird and unnecessary for you to do. That was weird and unnecessary for you to do, sis. So, yeah, I got my eye on you because I feel like you have some shit that you clearly hiding and you're trying hard to not let everybody in, because I've noticed that you'll start some shit and then you'll make some witty ass comments that will some endearing witty comments and then fall to the sideline. I've noticed that you've been doing that a lot, and I'm on to you. I got my good eye on you, Tia. So yeah, that's that on that. Jazzy, you're fucking weird. And if you like it, then you like it. I'm not going to love it for you because I don't give a damn. But if you like it, you like it. And yeah, overall, this season was dud. This season was a dud. This season was just not really all that it's just cracked up to be. It's really not. It's not the best season, but it wasn't the worst neither. It literally is just some. It wasn't something to write home about. It really wasn't something to write home about, and that's just really how I feel in regards to this current season. I'm looking forward to the reunion. The seating chart makes sense. Stacey and Wendy being first chair, and then them bringing Karen in, even though she missed the entire season and is going to come out soon and talk about her sobriety and everything. So we'll see how all that goes. I'm going to watch the reunion. I'm not reviewing it. Again, this is a one-off rant of Housewives overall, just to get my thoughts and feelings about all of them out there. And yeah, that's been my thoughts. Tell me how you guys feel in the comments in regards of everything. How are y'all liking Housewives so far? Do y'all like it? Do y'all not like it? Please be respectful, because again, I don't have time for the negative toxicity of it all. I'm trying to lead with positive caution this year. So yes, hopefully you all have a great rest of your evening. You all stay safe. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye. I'm back. I totally forgot to drag Monique. Monique, you pissed me off. And you know what? I find it interesting that when you was first announced that you was going to be coming back, I literally, honestly, was not impressed or surprised. And this is coming from somebody who literally was Team Monique throughout all of season 5. But now that I started to see the truth and open my eyes and see the light, I don't fuck with you no more. And now you're back, and I was willing to give you a chance and actually see, the new you, and you healing, and you relieving yourself away from Chris and everything. And I was actually here for it a little bit. But then you two started to click the fuck down when you decided to basically align yourself with Giselle again, after this woman literally tried to accuse you of literally getting dicked down by your trainer, and that the baby wasn't Chris's and it was the trainer's. And instead of you wasting your hands on Candace, you should have been wasting your hands on Giselle, but I digress. But Monique is another example of the type of people that get on my nerves. And they are the people who have lived a very long life of misery, negativity, hate, and all this other stuff. And they finally decide to get their shit together and heal from that shit and actually deal with the trauma that is, and all that baggage. And then as soon as they actually do the work and come out on the other side to where they're on an amazing track of healing, they're not all the way healed, but they're on a better, it's a huge progress from how they started. it's all of a sudden grounds for them to be a psychoanalyst and a judgmental biatch to other people. I can't stand that, because to me that sounds like that you haven't really changed. And you low-key kind of admitted that when you kept projecting your fucked up broken marriage with Chris, with Angel and Bobby's. Like, what the fuck is that for? Like, even if there is issues in Angel and Bobby's marriage, which there isn't, but let's just say that there is, what's in it to you? What the fuck are you gonna do for Angel? You don't even know the lady. You don't even know her from nowhere. You don't know Angel from a hole on the wall, a fly on the wall, or a bag of chips. You don't know Angel from a hole on the wall, a fly on the wall, a can of paint, or a bag of chips. So at the end of the day, it's just like, what the fuck are you gonna do for Angel? If it was true, what the fuck were you gonna do for her anyway? You wasn't gonna do shit. You barely got out of your own marriage with Chris. What the fuck makes you think that you would even be a valuable asset to help Angel out if your claims of their marriage of being, something off were to be true? What's in it to you? Just shut up. Shut up and mind your business. Just be happy you're back on the show. Just be happy that you're back on the show collecting them little ass checks. And leave Angel and Bobby alone. They're fine. Their marriage isn't going anywhere. And yeah, just mind your business, sit there and eat your food, and just be fucking happy that your ass is on the show that you said you wouldn't come back to. Anyways, yeah, that's all that I had to say. And that's the conclusion of my Housewives rant. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys later. Bye.